Time now for the quote of the week. Make that two quotes from Richard H. Ebright, professor of chemistry and chemical biology on the board of governors of Rutgers University. And I'm going to sum it up by saying they lied and they knew they were lying. And the implications and consequences, though, are profound. I'm talking about the consistent lying about the origins of COVID-19. As Professor Ebright states in quotes, all informed persons, without exception, knew by early 2020 that SARS-CoV-2 likely entered humans through a research-related incident in Wuhan, but most chose to lie or stay silent. And now he's upped it by saying, a classified document compiled by Sir Richard Dearlove, the former head of MI6, was passed to then Prime Minister Boris Johnson at the start of the outbreak of the March 2020, which stated, it is now beyond reasonable doubt that COVID-19 was engineered in the Wuhan lab. As more in the public grasped that the aggressive repudiation by officials, politicians, and media wasn't just misleading, it was actually deceit. The fallout will only entrench that growing distrust we've got of government and the establishment that the establishment calls populism. And P.S., I'm trying to find someone in politics or the commentariat who understands the significance of this massive decline in confidence in government. And I'm going to leave that for now. And instead, let's focus on the fact that this adds more credence to the observation that government was the leading purveyors of misinformation and disinformation during COVID, with statements like, once vaccinated, you couldn't transmit. Not true. Or natural immunity wasn't as effective as vaccination. Not true. Or lockdowns would only last a few weeks. Now keep in mind, after reviewing 80 studies of lockdowns, Simon Fraser University economist Douglas Allen concluded it is possible that lockdowns will go down as one of the greatest peacetime policy failures in modern history. All of it made far worse by that profound anti-scientific dictate, maybe the most in history, no questions allowed. Please note, there are no repercussions for the anti-science, pro-COVID censors in politics and the media, academia. No, nothing comes back on them. But those who questioned the government narrative were professionally, socially ostracized. I mean, some even lost their job. Now, despite all the evidence, the authors and defenders of the government narrative still can't bring themselves to own up to their errors and instead push in response for more censorship.